I haven't made a video like this in a while, so hopefully it is helpful. But today I'm going to be teaching you how to do long division. So you've probably seen the bus stop method before, and it's actually very simple, very similar, to that. So why don't we use 58 divided by 4 as our first example. So in the bus stop method, you get the 58 under and the 4 on the side, and you say, okay, how many times does 4 go into 5? Once, with a remainder of 1, and we put that little 1 next to the 18. Then we say, how many times does it go into 18? It goes 4 times, which would make it 16, and we've still got a remainder. So then we go into our decimal places, we put that 2 remainder there. How many times does 4 go into 20? 5 times, leaving no remainder. And so 58 divided by 4 is 14.5. And actually long division is just an expansion of this, but the reason why it's used instead of just the arguably much simpler and quicker bus stop method like this is because what do you do when you have this? That is going to be a lot messier to do via this method, because you can have all sorts of x's and functions of x in the remainders as well, and that's going to be a lot more difficult to do. So we expand it out into long division because then that enables more general solutions for algebraic functions like this. So when we do it via long division, let's start off with our 58 divided by 4 again. So we actually start off with the same steps. How many times does 4 go into 5? Well, it goes once. And then we say, well, what happens when we times 4 by 1? We get 4, and we write it below like that. And then what we do is we subtract them, and we say, well, 5 minus 4 is 1. So that's our remainder. And then we bring this 8 down here. So we have 18 left. And now we say, how many times does 4 go into 18? And again, we say 4. And then 4 times 4, this 4 times this 4 here, gives 16. So this is finding our remainder again. So then we subtract those, and we get 2. And then we have to go into decimals again. And we say, and we bring this 0 all the way down here. And we say, how many times does 4 go into 20? 5. And then this is important not to forget this check, because it's making sure that there's absolutely no remainders left so that the process can be finished. We do this 4 times this 5 to get 20. Subtract them, and you get 0. And that is how you do long division. And so now, if we apply this into this example I gave earlier, we now have a much easier way. That's a terrible bus stop that I've drawn there, but whatever. We now find a much easier way to divide algebraic functions as well. So we actually just look similar to how we were looking at tens and then units and then decimals in this example. Here we look at just the leading coefficient of x that we haven't dealt with yet. So how many times does, what do you have to multiply x plus 1 by to get x squared as the leading coefficient? And that's x. So then we multiply x plus 1 by x, and we get x squared plus x. We subtract, and we get 0 plus x, and we bring this plus 1 down here like so. And then we say, what do we have to multiply x plus 1 by to get x as our leading coefficient? And that's just by plus 1. And so then we multiply this x plus 1 by this 1 to get x plus 1, subtract them, and we get 0 plus 0. So now the process is complete. So we know now from both of these long divisions that 58 divided by 4 is 14.5, and x squared plus 2x plus 1 divided by x plus 1, put those in brackets for completeness sake, and that equals x plus 1. And that is how you do long division. So I hope that helped.